So you wanna learn about beer? Stay tuned and never fear. They're the guys for the case, 'cause they'll tell you all about what they taste. We got Mudhole, B&Q, we loves Star Wars and grilling too. And Knops guy loves baseball and board games, he's played them all. There's no place I'd rather spend the Monday nights than here, having a few chuckles and damn good beer. Now it's time for Two Beerded Guys.
All right. Hopefully it's working now. Then when we go to can, basically just do the same thing. Sometimes, periodically, hopefully it's working. It's working.
Oh, there we go. Yep, sorry about that. We had to do a update, restart thing before the show, and apparently that turned off the sound.
You know what? It's about every 2 or 3 weeks, it feels like I have to go and reset all the settings back to default.
That's convenient.
I know. It really sucks. So, our bad. Thank you, Russell.
Yeah, Russ is on now. Yep, comments are working on Facebook. We got Russ, and we got Rob. He said he liked it better when he couldn't hear Mudhog.
That's probably true, yes.
I think you meant off-screen Matt. Mudhog's got that sultry voice, you know.
Hello, yes, I do. But we got Christian here from Michiana Beer Reviewers.
Yeah, now that you can hear us.
We got Kid Aggro already. Off-screen Matt is looking forward to the Graceland from Equilibrium. Christian, what are you looking forward to, buddy?
Beer mostly. You know, in town for a conference. I just need a little break, but it would be really hard to not want to try that Graceland. I love Equilibrium, and then anytime you throw some crazy stuff into a stout, I'm down.
Right.
But everything I brought from up north is delicious as well, so I look forward to all of it.
I'm interested in the Graceland, but I'm also apprehensive about it because I do not like banana. I just don't. So
it's really anything phallic.
All right.
I do like pickles.
This Blackbeard, I'm super excited about.
Burnham.
Kind of a good black ale from Burnham Brewing. Let's see. I'm excited for that one. So, all right. Now, as we get going, if anyone's got anything, let me know. But we talk a lot about Craft or Die, and they just had a new glass release, and I just had to. So it was a Macho Man, Randy Savage. We got some magnets there. But they always do a great job of, number one, just packing.
Nice pageantry on the presentation.
Yes, presentation is awesome. We're not really sure if that is Craft or Die dude dressed up as Macho Man, or if that's just an older image of Macho Man.
Or if it's just some random guy on the internet dressed up patriotically with a big beard.
Yeah. But I wanted
to stripes.
I wanted to open these because I'm going to use mine. And if Dad wants to use the other, if Christian wants to use the other one.
The better half.
The better half. Yeah, he is more than welcome to.
Ooh, yeah.
So,
That's great.
That is fantastic. Sip into them.
Oh. I like it.
That's awesome.
Rob says beer ASMR. Is that the American Sign Language?
You know what? You can.
That's the whispering.
Yes. Yeah, that's the whole whispering thing, Matt.
Yeah, it creeps me out.
It's people listen to these things to all sorts of reasons. Calm down, go to bed, jerk off, you know. Oh, they're both the same except different. This one's, oh yeah. And slightly different colors.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So I like those.
Ross
Butter
says,
Rob.
damn, John, that's like calling your wife your ex's name.
I don't think it's that
bad. Rob, if you need some ASMR, I'll get you taken care of, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Ugly Pete on, too. What's up, Pete?
What's up, Pete?
He heard something about barbecue, even though it wasn't on the mic at that point. He just, has that sharp hearing.
Yeah, he does. Oh, super excited. That is one of the things that we have coming up, the Noblesville Barbecue. Really excited to be side by side with Ugly Pete again. He's got his Big Pete seasoning going on, and that's just... I'll let him speak for himself, but boy, I think it's ball busters. I think it's just... I think he's killing it. I don't know the numbers. I don't know anything like that, but...
Is ballbusters the term you meant?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I just went with it.
You mean like gangbusters?
There it is. There it is.
Ballbusters is what happens when you call your wife your ex's name.
Or like them kids say, it's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they moved on to that now. I think it's slaps.
Is it slaps?
Yeah.
It's not lit anymore.
I think lit died.
It could be lit. Yeah. It could be lit for us.
All right.
Be like, yeah, that shit slaps. Be like, what? Like, that shit's hot, huh?
Yeah. But Big Pete's doing great. So, really excited for that. And the Two Beerded Guys will be pouring our home brews as well. And you know what? It's going to be a good time. Real excited for it.
I've been warned that I think we're dividing your meat, right? I'm going to have Big Pete on one side of me with his meat, and I'm going to have Mudhog with his meat on the other side of me.
So you're just going in the bun?
I'll be betwixt, yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I'll be the beer in between your meat buns.
God, that shit's out.
Gross.
Come by and see me.
Oh,
wow.
August 19th.
Welcome to the show.
That sounds cool, man. Sounds cool for everybody but him.
I'm surrounded by meat and have beer. Like, yeah, things could be way worse for old Matt.
Hopefully there's no mini tornado that comes through
and fucks up Tyler's tent again. Oh, that's not even his tent. We don't have his tent anymore.
We're probably safe then.
Yeah, we probably are.
All right. Well, as we get into this first beer, take a quick moment to go over the scoring system. On our scoring system here, our rating scale, it is 0.25 to 5, basically the untapped scale, where we give an average score for a beer a 3. So 3.0 is an average beer. When you go that 3 to 4, okay, this is a good beer. I like it. It's good. I enjoy it. Once you get to that 4 to 5, or 4 to 4.5, really, this is not only do I really enjoy this beer. Like, this beer is amazing, and I'm going to actively search this out. Once you get to that 4.5 to 5, that is not only fantastic beer, but now it's getting into my top tier. Like, this is one among my personal favorites, and it's very, like, all right. I don't know, it's all very subjective.
Tickles your jingles, or
yes,
tickles your Elmo, or
it is
fluffs your muff.
It is all subjective, but that's really where it's your own personal sort of.
We do a 0 to 10 on the Michiana beer reviewers, but I've been really talking to Thad about it lately. Like, I almost feel like we need a different scale, and I feel like there's almost 2 scores. There's a drinkability score, and then there's a to the style score.
Well,
because you can have a beer that's to the style and still hard to drink.
Yes. And we've run into the kind of an opposite situation where, hey, this beer is really good.
Yeah.
But what on the can ain't in the can.
But it might say it's this style. It might say it has this flavor. And it just doesn't. How can I rate that super well when what it says isn't in there?
One of my favorite stories is I stopped at a brewery in Elkhart one time. That's no longer a brewery, so don't have to worry about that one. Sorry, hydraulic. But and I come out after having one beer, and I was like, I'm going to go in. They had just a stout. It was like a 5% stout. I'm like, I'm a stout guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if they can do it. I called Thad as I was leaving. I was like, I either had the worst stout of my life or the best black IPA I've ever had. So I don't know which way it goes. But they called it a stout, so it must have been the worst.
And what's really funny about that, though, is sometimes it's not even the brewer's fault. Sometimes the tap rooms just tapped the wrong keg.
Oh.
That was a conversation last week, yeah.
Yeah, we've had that conversation where there was a certain brewery with a well-known beer that they had a different beer on for like several weeks,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
That'd be horrible, especially since it's closed now. Like,
the
staff could have just screwed everything.
Exactly. On our rating scale, that going down from an average at 2 to 3, still drinkable. It's not our favorite. We wouldn't necessarily go buy it, but if your friend's going to give it to you, you got some in the fridge and you need to finish it, okay, you'll happily drink it. Going down to between that 1 and 2, now it's like, oh god, like I'll choke this down. I don't really want to. If I can pawn it off to somebody else, I will. And then you get down to below that 1, and that's just like, I don't like. It's drain pour. It's I don't want this. It's not good. I don't want to ever put this beverage in my mouth ever again. I mean,
or in any of your orifices.
Really, anyhow. That's that's true.
But don't shake it before you know.
On this show, we do not drain pour. And Matt, why do we not drain pour?
Because there are sober kids in Africa, John.
My God. I don't even know how
we can bounce off of that and say, speaking to me, dividing your guys' meats, Rob says he believes that position is called the pivot.
Okay.
And Pete says that Matt will be the cream filling between your meats.
It could be interesting.
I think he's calling me pasty. Gotta work on that base.
Are you cream filled? I don't even know.
Oh, wait, somebody just call me white bread because I'm really pale?
No, it's very plain.
Oh.
Let's have this first beer.
Please.
Christian's gonna be like, I never want to be back on this show of awkwardness.
Yeah, never gonna do it again.
He's just gonna make sure that Thad's the only one that comes back down here.
So our first beer,
don't want to do those degenerates,
is the Summer Days Wheat from Mad Anthony Brewing out of Fort Wayne. It is a delicious golden nectar brewed with a hypnotic blend of wheat, honey, caramel malts, and various natural aromatics. This refreshing summer ale is slightly sweet with notes of honey, spice, and citrus. So,
It sounds like it could be a refreshing beverage.
it's a wheat ale. I typically am not a huge fan of wheat ales, so we will see.
I was gonna say the same, but
Interesting.
with them saying what's in it, like I'm curious to try it. It sounds like it could be refreshing if it gets pulled off right. For me, I think the bigger thing with the wheat is usually it's just more filling. Is kind of my bigger issue I have with them. Is yours that as well, John? Or is it more just flavor?
No,
driven?
it's flavor. So, when I think about the different grains that are used, rye I typically tend to enjoy. Wheats, there's something with the wheats I've just never liked.
Hence my favorite grain in a beer. I love a wheat-based beer.
And, a lot of people do. That'll go over to him. We can kind of slide that over there.
Where do I find this microphone?
You go down to the Yeti. Right click on it.
It says microphone Yeti stereo microphone.
Yeah, right click on it. Pull up that menu. And it should be enabled in the stream only.
Stream. Oh, is it the audio source drop down? It already says microphone Yeti. Oh, you went to a different thing. I didn't see where you were at. I'll be honest.
All right, I'm gonna check this.
You right click something, and
You right click on the Yeti.
You're proficient enough that it went quickly enough I didn't catch.
Yeah, you're good. Stream only.
Okay.
You're all set.
All right. So when you started doing a can cam again, I freaked out. I was like, oh.
Yep. No, that was just being detailed.
Didn't want you to lose audio again because I thought I'd have to do that on the news camera.
Yes.
Thank you.
So it's a fun little label.
Yeah, kind of like Days of Confused looking almost.
With I like just the pool toys.
It's a summer drinker. That's what
Yeah.
wheat beers are. They're just easy drinking summer beers. And yeah, you got the floaty alligator and the ball, and you got a beer spilled in your pool, and
But
it's all
who
good.
dropped the creamsicle? Never drop your creamsicle. I mean, this one right there, bro. It's
There's
not only
way too much talk about cream.
it's not
already.
only
It's too
diluted, like gooking up
I've
your
not
pool.
had enough beer.
You need
We
more
talk
beer first.
This much cream talk.
What, you don't like a creamsicle, man? How about an orange push pop? Is that better?
I mean, what's your thing with Eric Clapton, dude? Come on.
I love Eric Clapton. Turn it on.
Facebook will shut us down if we do.
Oh, don't turn it on. Don't
Yeah. 10 seconds or less. Trust us. We learned that on Game of Thrones episode.
Yeah, we did.
That shit is quick. And
I don't
Rob
think it's
said,
heavy on the grain.
I still get it.
It's
just,
there for sure.
Yeah.
John Rob says, there we go. That shouldn't have been that hard. He had a blood orange Hefe from Firestone Walker.
Yep.
Kind of a staple we've seen on the show a few times.
Wheat-based beer.
He says that was just stellar. He's a huge citrus in beer snob. Looks down his nose at you.
That's fine.
But,
That's fine. I just don't like it.
Maybe if we see that one, it might be worth a...
I don't like weeds. I was at a brewery in Cincinnati, and I ordered a lager, and they brought this beer out, and I'm just like, that doesn't look like a lager. It's not the right color. And I drink it, and I get that banana club. I'm like, oh, they brought me a Hefe.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And so this is...
I was going to say, is this one drink lighter? Is this a better one? Do the flavors come through for you?
I mean, it's a wheat beer. I think for me and this wheat beer is not bad. I'll rate it accordingly. They're just not my style. That's what it is.
I'm going to say with all the adjuncts that were kind of mentioned, or at least the flavors that you mentioned through on there, I was kind of hoping a little more of those would be more pronounced. It is kind of just a little lighter flavored wheat beer to me, but I don't know if I'm just being a little particular. But
What are you looking for? Like, you don't get the spiciness. It's in the finish. It's on the back part of my tongue right now.
It's almost like a
Sweet, that honey taste is right at the start.
So it's got a little bit of a, not a super sweet tea. It's kind of, but it is kind of a tea flavor to it.
Yeah. I can't disagree with that.
Yeah.
I think that's a good analogy for it, yeah.
I think a lot of those flavors that are on the can there, you get the sweetness up front, but a lot of them are in the aftertaste. That spiciness, all that's coming
I get all that
aftertaste.
spiciness in that aftertaste. And it lingers a little bit. And
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think it's delicious.
Brett just jumped on and says, John and Tyler look very different today.
Yeah, well,
Tyler looks good today.
yes. That's right, buddy. Hells yeah. And you know what? I've never looked better.
Time to re-up the beard dye, though. I didn't realize you had to dye that thing, John.
You know, I gotta take care of it. It's my one thing. So
That's why they call me Beer Santa.
yes, there's worse things to be known for.
There are.
All right.
Rob asked, did Tyler sprain his vulva again?
Yeah. Something like that.
That's a great one.
Something like that. So this beer, I think we've gone over it. I think it is what it is as far as my flavors go. I don't have much more to add in regards to how it tastes. I think if you like wheat beers, this is a pretty solid one. So I'll rate first. I'm going to give it a 3 1/4. I think it is above average, but it's not something that I won't go buy any wheat beer. So that's just me. But I'm a 3 1/4. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, it's good. That's a good score. I mean, for somebody who doesn't like a wheat beer, that's not a bad score at all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, I guess, 3.5. I think it's really good. I think it's a solid beer. I don't know that any wheat beer to me would ever reach 4s and 5s, but it's a nice high score. I think.
It's
a solid drinker.
Yeah. Matt, why'd you got on this one?
I'm going to agree with John's 3 1/4. I think it's above average, decent, well made. Just, I'm not a huge demographic for it, but it's pretty okay.
And
a little better than normal average.
I don't know
I
if
feel like I let you guys down.
oh, it's all right. It's
No,
hey,
like if it was like a 1, you let us down.
all right. So I will say this at the risk of I don't know if anyone from Matt Anthony ever watches, but I'm not a huge Matt Anthony fan. I've been in there a few times on different things up there for festivals and had them at different festivals, and I'll say this: it's better than most of Matt Anthony beers that I've had.
Okay.
So if you were going to bring a Matt Anthony beer,
I think
I'm happy with this one.
I think what you're saying about Matt Anthony, I've had a similar experience. I think they're good at executing their styles. They just don't blow you away with anything.
Right. Yeah. But, they've got a wonderful tap room and restaurant up there, and I enjoy going to it.
Yeah.
That was a couple of years ago. They had a festival, and they were kind of the host for afterwards and stuff like that,
nice.
and things like that. So, yeah, it's a fun place to go to.
Yeah. I'd go there and have a beer.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Let's get this next one. Listerman has to be one of those. Like, we've had so many Listerman beers on the show, and we're not. I bet if you averaged up all of our Listerman scores, they're below average.
I don't know. They're really like a hit or miss brewery for us. Like when I first started going there, I've said before, like I was madly in love with Listerman. They were hitting everything. They were high alcohol, strong dark beers, and just really kind of crushing them. And then at some point, I don't know if brewing faculty maybe changed hands or what, but they kind of started getting away from that and getting a little more like adjunct-y stuff, which
yeah,
I think that was some of the downfall where the adjuncts just weren't working in the beers. But I've heard that they're kind of getting a little bit more back on track as of late, and the last couple times I've been there and tried stuff, it was more like back to their roots kind of stuff. And this one's one of the adjunct-y ones that was good when it released the first time. They've done a few different flavors, and this shit still slaps.
Yeah. What's actually really funny is I was talking about not liking wheat beers, but this is a Berliner Weiss, and it's just sour. And
it's gonna be covered up with those fruits.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I do like
it's a
good
big
Berliner
name in
Weiss.
brewing. Like people seek after everything that Listerman does, and it's.
So they're very hit or miss. Like
I haven't had any since I quit Tabor, so
Okay.
I had to cut it loose.
Off screen, Matt, Mom lives down in that area, so he makes frequent visits down, and normally he'll have something that he'll bring back. So they are the brewery that we keep giving chances to over and over, and they've had some good beers, which is why it's okay. We keep trying it, but
Yeah, they're not 903,
903.
which has never
Oh,
had a
don't
good
poo-poo
beer.
on 903.
We-
Chupacabra's delicious.
Oh God,
I've never had a
anything.
good beer from them.
You're
Yep.
wrong.
And we've
Never
had
had a
like
single one.
Had good
way
beers.
more than we should have for never having a good beer from them.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is the Listermann Haterade, their fruit punch, Berliner Weiss, 4.6%. So basically, their Haterade series is just a variety of Gatorade powders thrown into Berliner Weiss, basically.
That's the long and the short of it, yeah. So they do use actual Gatorade powder to make these.
I am so when it comes to Gatorade, fruit punch is my favorite style. That is what I prefer. But I did actually try their glacial cherry or something like that.
Oh, that's my flavor. Yeah.
I've never had that one, but Glacier Frost, the light blue.
Same thing. Oh, white.
This is a white one.
Yeah.
This is a glacier cherry,
Yeah.
and it honestly tastes like fruit punch except a little bit sweeter. And I was just like, oh my god, I might be switching.
So I gotta try that one. Yeah, I got like a hit list of 4. It's the Glacier Freeze, lemon lime, orange, and fruit punch. Like just depending on the day, rotate those around. But I guess speaking of flavors, with the Haterades, I think fruit punch was the first one that Listermann did. Then they did a grape that we had on the show, which came out misleadingly green in can.
Yeah, it did.
But it tasted so fucking good. It was stupid. And then there was an orange release that I got to try one, but I didn't get to bring it back with me. And that one, I think the orange and the Berliner kind of just like really ran, so it was more tart than flavor, so I didn't care for that one as much. But then they came back around to the fruit punch again, and it was... I had this and it was still holding up. Also, Rob says, who doesn't make frequent trips to Off-Screen Matt's mom? Thanks, Rob.
Guilty.
Russell says, Liz says, your Gatorade Solies, you and her apparently.
Yes.
Matt checks out.
Can
There's a
confirm.
funkiness to that.
And
Oh yes.
if someone tells you the name of Gatorade, not the color, they're a cop, says Rob.
It's true. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's
It is-
dry. It's tart.
But it's not like, at least to me, off-puttingly tart. It's more like a sour, like a sweet tart or just a little bit of a sour candy, but not like puckering.
There's a little bit of pucker, but
Yeah,
I
there's
like
pucker.
it. I like sour beers. I like it when you get the pucker, and I think it's kind of a fruit punch sweet tart. It is a little. It is drying. You know, I enjoy this one.
And we got someone, the artist only known on YouTube as Kelly, just jumped on and says puckery.
Puckery.
Thanks
Well,
for your
sup,
contribution,
Kelly? Absolutely.
This is that just sour enough. You're like, ooh, no, I don't want another drink. Like,
Could you drink a whole one?
oh, I do.
Right.
I brought two
I
4-packs
couldn't
in
drink.
this bag. I
couldn't drink a whole one of those.
In one sitting.
Yeah.
I brought one 4-pack for us for the show and to just to do whatever we want to with here. So that's here, and then I got another 4-pack at home that I already drank 2 of.
So you have.
Yeah. Oh, I
Would you eat sour candy with this? Just double it up. Go all in.
could, but I don't really have that need.
Just trying. What food would you pair with this? Maybe we'll go with the charcuterie board.
That wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, get some salty meats and then
Some of those cheeses in there.
yeah.
And that dryness it's a little. Other than the sourness, I mean it's gonna be
There's
drink
a-
similar to a wine.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's I smelled a funkiness and then there's just a funkiness on the finish as well.
Yeah. I'll honestly need some cheesecake with this too.
I would eat cheesecake with
Yeah,
anything really.
he's not wrong.
And Rob really driving this home says, damn, he hasn't seen Kelly since Matt's mom's house.
This is about the same last time. Huh. Crazy night. We don't talk about that night. Oh, Rob. Hello, my friend. He sends the best pictures.
John, question to you, sir.
Yeah.
So you asked both of us if we could drink a full can. Could you drink a full can of this?
I'd have to have something to eat along with it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I could just sit here and drink it by itself. I'd need something to eat with it.
Cut it. Yeah.
I can respect that, but like I said, like when I'm drinking this, like I drink it, and I'm like, ooh, ready for another. Like it's just like that level of tart for me. So I just keep going.
This one's not for me. So this would be. I like sours as well.
Yeah.
But this would be my version of your wheat sour. So
Yep.
this one's not getting it for me.
Well, that's fair enough.
I think by style, executed very well. This is why I think you need a drinkability. Like that's more subjective than a style score. Like
Yeah.
I don't even dare say something like this though. Like a style score is pretty darts on a board on something like this one though, because like, well, the flavoring and all that, like.
no, they executed the sour correctly. The
Okay.
fruit, you're right. I mean, that's where the subjectiveness. Like, do you like that fruit or not? That's
Right,
where that
right.
comes in. And like, as I'm studying for that BJCP stuff, like that's where this would be a specialty category, like
yeah.
not just a sour. I think the tartness is great. I don't care for the funkiness that's in it. Like, I don't get that typically from a sour.
It kind of depends on the sour. I mean, I'd argue that a little bit. It depends on the type of sour.
Sure. Is this kettle sour?
It's just a Berliner Weiss.
Just a Berliner Weiss. See, and those I'm used to them being sweeter.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, because a lot
I
of them
feel
are
like the
a
Berliner
bunch of
Weiss
fruit.
wasn't executed exactly right on this.
This is a little bit more goes-alike without that
Yeah.
sea salt.
That's correct.
Yep.
Yeah, that's correct.
But, you know.
Kelly's replying to Rob's exploitation of my home life of, Mom wanted to keep that on the down low.
Yeah, I'd leave it to Rob.
And Kelly, apparently.
Rob will just blast it everywhere. What'd you rate this beer?
I'm gonna go 2.75.
Okay.
I wanted to give it a 3, but that
So you
funkiness
almost-
and the dryness brought it down for me.
You almost made me reconsider. The problem is I've had a lot of different Berliner Weisses, so it's hard to be like Berliner Weisses are this when there's so many different ones that are fruited and
Yeah,
sweet and
or
and things like
pureed
that.
and- yeah,
Right,
yeah.
exactly. So I'm gonna go 3.25 on this one. I think it is an above average Berliner Weiss. I like the approach with the fruit punch powder in it. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm 3.25.
I'm not gonna get mad at you for trying something. Like, go ahead, put it
Yeah.
out there,
Exactly. Give it a shot.
put it on the table.
Matt, what you got?
So, you both are wrong. I respect you, but this is something I look forward to every one of their releases of the different flavors, trying them. I've tried all the ones I can get my hands on. This is one of my favorite flavors that they've done that I've had. Like I said, I brought 2 4-packs of shit back. I drink a can by myself.
And you're not the sour guy.
I'm not I like sour, just I don't like kettle sours. I don't like those, but Berliners I do typically like. It just kind of depends on like the flavor profile that they got. But for me, this one I search it out. I love it. It's a 4.25 for me.
That's what you call subjective.
He does though, and you know what? I'm always happy when he buys them and brings them. But it's not a seek out for me. But I'm happy when he buys them and brings them.
Yeah, sure.
So,
I can take them back home. I'll drink them.
I figure you'll drink them here too. So
And Rob's
and then I
further
can share a little bit.
further narration. If my mom wanted to keep it on the down low, she shouldn't have put it up on the billboard.
Damn.
Yeah, someone else comment, please. I just see something else to read.
Keep going.
Anyone?
Kelly.
Anyone?
Time in, Kelly. Oh.
She's the one egging him on.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I see what you're doing here.
So, events coming up soon. Now, you're from up north,
Yeah.
near the region area, or the region, some would say. What do you guys have coming up?
Holy cow. I mean, I know that we got the Great American Beer Fest, or not the Great American Beer Fest, the Michiana Festival of Beers is the end of October.
You know, very similar.
Well, for us, that's as close as it's going to get. Like, so we take over Four Wind Field where the South Bend Cubs play, and it's beer all the way around the concourse, the whole exterior portion of the stadium. It's absolutely a beautiful thing. Let's see, we got Summer Sippin' Brew Fest coming up in Plymouth, and gosh, I'm trying to think of all the different things. Like, we were just out, the podcast we recorded with Robert Ralph Feddersen the other day, musician, former lead singer of Loudmouth in the 90s hair band.
Okay.
And he was an awesome guest. That'll be posted up on the 8th, and just trying to find time to get out there and do everything. I know we have other festivals, but
That's
to heck if I remember what they are right now. Like,
but I'm real sure. And speaking of the podcast, I mean, if you go to Facebook, it's Michiana Beer Reviewers. So find them, follow them. They're great dudes. We were talking about hops and coasters.
yeah, we'll be out there.
Definitely see you out there. We're gonna do our roulette cooler again. So you were the one who
I pulled a stinker. Yeah, I got the what was it, the
let's do this right. He did the Bud Light,
And then you put it back and got something far, far worse.
and he got the Black is Beautiful.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you should have stuck that Bud Light.
Yeah.
Was it Black is Beautiful or was it the other one, the mental health one? Maybe
it was the Black is Beautiful.
I can't remember who it was, but I know someone grabbed a Bud Light, put it back. We're like, you sure you want to do that? Yeah.
Then I had to pull out my Mad Dog so that way wash it away.
Oh, the roulette cooler is amazing. And if you are going to be at Hops and Coasters, you should come and buy because there's going to be a lot of selections. There's some really, really great stuff. And then,
I think high risk, high reward. Really, really great. Might be a little bit.
yeah, I think it's spot on.
And Rob says, do we get a mention for Michiana Festival of Beers? I believe we just did.
did.
Thanks for listening. And Kelly says, Burnham has a metal event happening.
Ooh, we have a Burnham beer we're drinking too. So.
Yeah, we might need to circle back around on that, Kelly.
Yeah, definitely.
Get us
It's
some
their
dates on
Labor Days. We will not be out at that. We were at their 420-ish party, but we will not be going out for Labor Days. But
Okay.
but yeah, they have really cool events. They use a park that's right on the Lake Michigan there, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And the live music is great, and live vendors all along the fence. We had a great time, I'm sure. I mean, I might go to it.
Right.
Just not doing the NBR thing.
NBR.
Just go take in some music and chill.
I just said their other festival was 420-ish fest.
420-ish.
Like, was it on maybe the 19th or something
It
instead?
was whatever the Saturday is around 420. Yeah, that's exactly right. I think it's like the 22nd or something this year.
I think, didn't we, when we were at Studebaker, they had all their advertising about the 420-ish fest.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I drank a lot that day.
Drink a lot. It's a good day.
And Kelly says she slid into our DMs on the Metal Fest. She likes sliding into our DMs. Winky face.
Yeah, oh yeah. I always see that message from Kelly. I'm just like, I'm so excited.
That's clearly wrong.
Is it? How can it be so wrong if it's so right?
That's a great question. What's that next beer, buddy? Ooh, is this the metal? Speaking of metal, this is the metal of cans.
This
All blacked out can.
The juice is Lucifer.
Which is pretty clever.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, did you see the ABV there?
Not yet. So it is a hazy orange juice IPA. Ha! ABV of a 6.66%. Brewed and packaged at Foreign Local up in Hammond, but is a collaboration with Foreign Local and Transient Artisan Ales.
So the reason I brought this one was Foreign Local came to the liquor store that I'm working at in the evenings. And so Mike is the brewer there. He was the guy at Windmill before
Okay.
before now. So that Hey Mikey that they made was named after the brewer here.
Okay.
So and everything that's been rolling into the liquor store has been so good. I was like, I saw one that was from Transient. It was a juicy IPA, orange. I was like, that is straight in my wheelhouse. I was like, I gotta get that one out here. So Transient's great. They basically I mean, you guys know transient. I mean, if you're
Yeah.
in the beer
we-
world, you know transient. They basically take up one whole town as transient, and what's the place right across the street? See, that's how good they are. You forget about the place across the street.
Yeah, I feel like Transient has a pretty good track record.
Oh,
out
yeah.
here, and
Man.
we love us some windmill. So if the pedigree's got windmill roots, then that's probably. It's everything I have in my Midwestern have to be like windmill.
You see it better on your glass, Matt, but that is hazy. Like when you say hazy, that's what it's supposed to look like.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now this is not just an orange IPA. This is orange juice IPA.
Yes. Yeah.
Now I wonder, is that because the color looks kind of orange juicy, or
I'm assuming
if they introduced orange juice proper?
No, I don't think they
Probably
poured
just-
orange juice in it. Like,
probably just hops that are orange. That bring those orange notes.
Oh.
I mean,
I get orange and mango on the nose. Hell yeah.
It's also almost like a little, like we have some beers that like introduce vanilla to give it like a balancing. It's almost got a little bit of that vanilla balance to it, but I'm sure the vanilla's not there, which is interesting.
I don't know if it is. I wouldn't be shocked if it's at least got a little bit of lactic in it.
That's pleasant.
Yeah. Very pleasant. There's a tad bit of, goes really well, lingering bitterness that just reminds me of like an orange peel.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's what I like. This one delivers the style, I think, like spot on, because there is a difference between New England's and hazies. Mm-hmm. And this one, so you get that greenness, which tells you this is a hazy, not a New England. It's not juicy all the way through. However, there's plenty of juice in the front and through the palate on it.
Where's it at? Shit! There it is.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
Yeah.
When you said there's juice in the front, I was like, I gotta find the button. I haven't used that one in a while. And Christian Rob says, Tapestry is across the street and Haymarket is around the corner.
Correct.
There it is.
There it is.
He also said, and we just got some squirts from Kelly.
I was trying to think about how I knew I could rely on Kelly.
Rob also says next year's 420-ish will be on 420.
There you go.
And it will be at Burnham's new location. So
Oh,
keep your
fantastic.
peepers peeled.
Yes. See, we're learning all about the region today and everything going on up there.
Yeah. Thad comes out here and tells you nothing.
That comes for the beer.
And you know what? Tyler probably never asks. So.
Yeah. All fair points, yeah.
Oh. No, I think this is tremendous.
And this is quite well executed. Like,
This is where we talk about when we think of New England's or hazies, and they're kind of like those entry-level IPAs.
Yeah.
You know, those people who are not IPA guys, they just don't want to deal with that bitterness, and these are a way to sneak that in there.
Yeah.
You just go a little sneaky.
I think these are the kind that the West Coast people like and the East Coast people like, because of that. It's got the juiciness, but then it's also got that bitterness, that little green flavor in the back, kind of resiny.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
but for those of us that don't like that, this one's still approachable and it's not too much that it's off-putting. Like,
Correct.
I tend to go into a lot of the New Englands personally because I do like the sweeter. I don't like the piney. I don't like the resin. But this one's balanced out enough to where, like you said, you'd still know it's there, but it's not like a prominent flavor that would turn someone like me off on it.
Yeah.
And the other flavors are just also really damn good, so that doesn't hurt either.
And you get to the point where a lot of these, and it's like, how much can we dry hop this? How much can we dry hop it? And then you get that hot burn in the back of your throat, and it feels like it could be there, but it's not. And then, honestly, when I was pouring it, I was expecting some hop chunks to pour out.
Yeah.
And there's not.
Nothing.
So.
Yeah, it's clean. Yeah, Foreign Local's really impressing me right now. I think it's one of the fastest growing breweries up north. Like, it's really getting some grip here and delivering some good beers. And he's delivering all kinds of different styles. He has my blackberry custard sour.
Okay.
And then great stouts, a maple blueberry stout, French toast stout that was
we
absolutely...
might need to sue on that one. That's getting a little close to...
So how's their lager game? How's their...
I don't know that I've had a lager yet.
That's always a thing. Let's see
depends on
how they do
depends on
some
the room
classic
because
styles.
you gotta have space. You have to have kegs. You have to have. I mean, a lager. You're leaving a bright tank for 6 months. Like, and some of those breweries like Studebaker just doesn't have the space to do that. Like, and I don't know what their space is like. I have not made it to foreign local yet.
It just always.
I need to change that soon. Though.
It's always interesting to be like, okay, what are your classic styles? Like, can you brew something that is you can't hide behind. You can't hide behind an
I know he did when he was at Windmill.
I mean, you can't hide behind an adjunct.
So I have no doubt that Michael executed great.
And I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
But that's always the question that runs through my mind.
You're right.
The test of the tail, so to say.
Yeah.
Rob also says Mikey has never put out a bad beer, and Chris and Dave are just artists, so
Perfect.
sounds like he's on board for this. He says also foreign local might still be looking for a sales and or delivery guy if someone's up in the region area, or the region, some might say.
Yeah.
Anybody know what that pays?
Yeah, you got it in, Gibbs.
I'm selling them pretty hard right now.
I'm assuming not much, but
Kelly says she hates it when things don't hit the back of her throat the way that you want them to. Like,
agreed.
Rob, the all-knowing here on the up north beer scene. Studebaker also uses uni tanks, so there's no brine tank bright tank to lager in.
Right.
Yeah.
And Russell says many of the hazies are almost like the hef of the IPA world. They gotta have some hop in it, or it's just pretend.
Yes. Yeah. This was probably a West Coast hazy would be my guess, Russell. Because out in the Pacific Northwest, they created the New England IPAs. They invented them. Goddamn Pacific Northwest people. It's not a real style until somebody out there brews it.
Sick burn.
Well,
That's a really good one.
yeah. Matt, you would rate this one first, brother.
I am quite impressed with that, actually. That really hit on about everything. I would like more of that. It was tasty. I love the gimmick of the can art and the 6.66. I don't know. See a reason not to give that a 4 and a 4 1/4.
4 1/4.
I was looking for that at 4 1/2. Just wasn't quite there.
Christian.
Yeah, I'm at 4 1/4 as well.
I may as well join it. I'll go 4 1/4. I think it's really tasty. I flirted with a 4, but it is 4 1/4. We'll go with that. I do like this one is one of the hazies that differentiates for me, where you get the juiciness and the citrus, but it's got that nice balance with the hop and the greenness like you were talking about. So I think they did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Matt, can we get a rinse, please? Unless you got anything to read.
I don't know if we're doing the break. I forgot we're doing 7, aren't we?
Yep. So we got one more beer.
All right, well, before I shuffle off, Russ says that is where the name comes from because it's always cloudy in the Pacific Northwest.
Goddamn people.
He does know a lot of fun details, doesn't he? He'd be great on Jeopardy. Gibbons also says, wow, your Pacific Northwest viewership doesn't drop at all from that jab. It's still 0.
Yeah, because he moved. He's now, I don't know what you call him, a Great Plainer? He's Iowa. What is fucking Iowa people?
Bored.
Bored. All right, that's fair. Well, while he's doing that, I am getting a chance to go back out to the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, nice.
I am an idiot, and I really wanted to go, but I want to go to Fremont, and I want to go to the Oktoberfest. Fremont's a great brewery. The Oktoberfest sounds like a fantastic time. The only problem was it's the same time as the Lagers in Lawrence, which we've already signed up to be at and things like that. But the more I got looking at it, the Fremont Oktoberfest is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I started looking at flights, and I realized I could go to Lagers in Lawrence, leave Lagers in Lawrence, catch a flight out to Seattle Saturday night, and then go to the Fremont on Sunday. So
That is fucking dedication.
Yeah.
so that's what I'm going to do. I'm really excited for it.
And then you just come back Monday. You're going out there like for.
I'm come back Wednesday.
Oh, okay, taking a couple days.
A round trip is less than $400 if you fly out Saturday, come back Wednesday.
That's pretty low cost. Just I'm more
and direct
concerned with the leaving a beer fest, getting to the airport, and departing on time.
Oh, it'll be fine. I'm not a child. I know how to pace myself.
I'm saying beer fests are distracting. Like,
Oh, it'll be good. I'm not going to get the flight to Seattle and go to Fremont.
Especially like Loggers and Lawrence. They got the Wiener Dog races, the Stein holding contest.
They have all this too.
It's usually hot as balls. I mean, you got that.
We do have that.
I want to go to Frankenmuth to the Oktoberfest. It's recognized by Germany as an official Oktoberfest, so that's cool.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of the breweries there. They send over their actual Oktoberfest beer to Frankenmuth. Yeah,
nice.
So it's not Frankenmuth Brewery that puts it on, even though they run that town.
Right.
Nope.
Who is it?
One of the Westenhofen or one of those original 6 breweries actually sends their beer over.
That's cool.
Weisstefaner or whatever it is.
Westenhofen.
I love their Helles. Their Helles is great.
Yeah, that's cool. I as a kid I went to Frankenmuth, because that's the
the
town
whole
that never
town is
ends
German.
Christmas. Yeah.
Christmas town as well. Yeah, I do a little Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, look at that.
You do actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Christmas
that.
tree up there with some presents
Christmas
under the tree.
Yeah, gonna be adding some vintage ornaments.
You are Beer Santa.
Yeah, man.
I thought you were just a big fan of Christmas Vacation or something.
I mean, I am. I don't know why you wouldn't be.
That's true. All right, one more beer and then we'll take a break. This is from Moonraker Brewing out in California. We had them a couple times. Don't know if you're very familiar with them or not, but they're well liked, I believe. It is an Imperial IPA called Super Chronic.
Ooh.
I wonder what they're going for with this one.
Yeah.
And it's 8.5%.
I bet it's going to be a what were we just talking about there? One of the hazies. No, not the New England's. There,
It's a double, so that means they've doubled the malt bill. So you're gonna get more maltiness out of it.
A little more sweetness there.
Yeah, a little more sweetness. You probably still get those hops. That's pretty clean.
Which took me a while to figure that out.
So it's an Imperial, not a hazy, not a New England.
Right. But the humor to that, like, one of my buddies, occasional guest of the show, Chris Ream, he was a big IPA fan. He's like a big hop head, like during the IBU wars and stuff. And I could never do any of those IPAs. But then when I started seeing the doubles and the triples and I tried those, like, oh man, these are actually like good. I can do these. They don't taste like I'm chewing on a pine cone. Like, this is great.
Yeah.
And he's like, you IB or ABV whore. I'm like, well, yeah, that too. But like, these just taste substantially better.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, just all the sugar in there making it sweeter from the higher booze. Like, okay, well,
it
let's
smells
check it out.
sweeter than the last one, the hazy.
It actually does. Oh.
Ooh, that's good.
It is good.
I can't argue that.
That is
Going back to my just aforementioned story, like that. Yeah, this is the kind of IPA that before, like, I really got in, or hazies or New Englands or things like this is ones like, oh, I could do these, like, which seems kind of backwards. You're like, let's go for the high booze ones, and then you'll like those if you don't like IPAs. Yeah,
It's double. When you turn up that malt, it's going to crank up. I mean, that's what activates the yeast to draw that alcohol up. And man, that doesn't drink like 8% at all, though.
it's clean.
Clean.
looks like a nice can of Mountain Dew.
I almost wish we would have had it before the other one.
Yeah.
There's not much to argue with this one.
No. If it was a hair colder.
Yeah, which it sat for an hour out here, so. I'm starting after having 2 of these in a row. I'm getting a little bit of heartburn back of the throat, but that's just IPAs.
I mean, it's yeah, but this is just good. Like, I don't think there's anything to really critique on this. Like, there's nothing bad, off flavor, poorly done. Like, this is, like I said, a nice, clean beer. It tastes good. It drinks lighter than it is.
I think
good flavor.
And I know we don't do that rating that you're kind of talking about, but if you do a drinkability and you do a style, I think both scores are going to be high.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think this is one of those beers where they came together.
Yeah.
Like
Crazy.
the drinkability and it's like right there together because it's got great balance. I love the balance on this.
Yeah.
And
Drinks so much easier than 8%.
So much easier. Like this is, yeah. You'd have to be very careful because like, I could
Frankenstein.
easily sit down and drink 2, 3, 4 of these sitting at the bar, just get a conversation, have fun, and then I'm like, oh, okay.
I gotta go to the bathroom. Whoa, things are spinning.
so not to rewind, but I was trying to find a chance to shoehorn in this joke from Rob, and then he doubled down with a follow-up comment that makes it like, now I definitely have to read it. When we're talking about the Vine Stefaner, he's like, Gwen Stefaner? Like,
Okay.
and then he says, ain't no holla back beer. Like, the second part really sold the first part. Like,
God, it hurts. I like it.
yeah, it hurts,
it.
but it's good. Like, you're like, damn it, I don't want to like this, but
No.
I gotta give him the credit. It's a well-executed joke.
That worked. God damn it, Rob.
Speaking of beers, though, is this about a score time on this one? I mean, it sounds like we're singing praises, and I don't really know where else to go from there.
We can. I'm going to enjoy it. We'll score it, and then we'll kind of go into our break, and I'll get a chance to finish and just enjoy it. So I think it's fantastic. I think it's super drinkable. I think it's well made. I'm going to go 4.5 on this one.
It's really hard to argue any of that. I'm gonna be with you. I'm gonna stay at 4.5 with you. I think that's the best balance. That's the best made beer that we've had so far.
Yeah.
I was torn, much like the last one, I was kind of falafeling between a 4.25 and a 4.5 on this. I was like, personal wise on that quarter, I might factor in, go to 4.5, but Christian just saying the best made beer, which I think is probably a fair statement on this, like, 4.5 it is. Like, I can't argue that with that in mind.
Well, that is our average. So, yeah. I don't know whose Taver crate that came in, but hells yes.
I'll take credit for it.
Yeah.
I mean, mine's here unopened, so I'm sure it was mine, but...
Chances are it was Tyler's. It wasn't on the list, though. He said we couldn't drink, so...
Ooh!
What we got?
I think this might be an interim return of Tyler's favorite part of the show. John's pet name of the week. Ish. Russell Owens says, Liz says hello to her. Sweet brown sugar chicks bomb me. See, I actually didn't get that one wrong. I know what a banh mi is. Boom!
I love it. I made a banh mi once. It was tasty.
It's more the bread itself and the contents therein, right? It's like a sushi roll. Like, sushi is just saying it's a roll, and the stuff inside is like, what do you put in there, right?
That's fantastic. Hello. All right. Well, that's a fun hour one. We'll come back. We got 3 more beers, and all are dark.
Yeah, buddy.
Just
Matt's
like my soul. Wow. You said
I did say yours. I stepped on you a little bit there.
I mean, I was saying about mine too. It's just funny that we both said my soul.
Dark like those new Colts helmets.
Oh God, Indiana Nights. People are like, why? People are like Indiana Nights. Why is that? Because it's like a Tom Petty song, right?
Right.
There's Indiana Days and there's Indiana Nights.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I assume Ursay being his music fan, I'm assuming that's exactly where that came from.
I bet
No one
right.
freaking knows that, but
Are they rebranding the team, or is it just like a really
no,
dark color?
it's
Three
like
games.
alternate jerseys.
Oh,
3
okay,
games.
Yeah, chance to sell more.
Yeah,
Fair enough, yeah,
for
because he doesn't have enough money.
They're cool jerseys too, so it's.
A lot of people don't like them.
Well, a lot of people are wrong.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a strong opinions. All right, a couple beers. He needs that 8% to really kind of boost him off, huh?
Subjective?
Always
All
subjective.
subjective.
Yeah. I didn't say I didn't like them. I just.
We'll take this few minute break, guys. We'll be back here shortly. BRB. BRB.
John and off-screen man, big bushy beards and nothing hides. Two bearded guys. Oh yes they are two bearded guys. Oh yes they are two bearded guys. Oh yes they are two
They won last year in the
yes,
World
they are
Cup.
two bearded guys.
Wow.
Two bearded guys.
What is up? We're back.
Oh, Rob said, I guess we missed this before the break there. I always thought Ursay was a Pills fan. That's supposed to be a... You know what? You know what you're going to get for that one, Rob.
Oh,
That's clearly
Nope.
wrong.
There it is.
both are.
Those, yeah.
Yeah. You
He
know,
was doing the Pats thing there, and that's just a low blow.
it was 10 plus years ago when he got on a bunch of pills and stole some dude's wife, and you know it happens.
when you're
Russell knows.
when you're wealthy and own a football team. That can happen to you. Oops.
Yeah. Whoop.
Oops.
Whoop.
When you have FU money, I mean, you get bored, right? I guess.
I was supposed to win that $1 billion in the Powerball. But I've been doing shit like that too.
Oh, I'd be the best worst rich person ever. I always talk about how to stimulate the economy so hard. What it is. Oh boy. Well, did you see? Because Ursay buys all these historically significant sort of artifacts, right? So like Jimi Hendrix's guitar that was used during Woodstock and this and that.
Cobain's guitar.
Right.
Already bought that for a record-setting sum.
So, and now he's put together this traveling exhibit with all these things he's bought.
Is it guitars specifically, or like stuff outside of that as well?
There's stuff outside of it as well.
Okay, 'cause I always heard he had a like wicked guitar collection. I didn't know he had like
A
other stuff.
lot of it is music related,
Okay.
because that's his interest, but he's got other things too. And there was a great article about how it's, not only is it so-and-so's, not only is it a guitar owned by, you know, the Beatles, it was the one that they used on the Ed Sullivan Show. Like, it's a significant, like a culturally significant event.
Point in time situation.
Yeah.
thing.
Yep.
And so he's bought all these things, and now he's got this traveling exhibit, and they're always like, there's concerts that they'll play and have a band that'll be there. And it's all free. He shares his collection with everybody. And evidently they were saying that somebody from the Middle East offered him like $1 billion for his collection.
With a B, Trace Comas.
Yeah. Yeah. Trace Comas. Right? Is that what it was? And he said no.
Yeah, he's already got FU money. What's he need an
Yeah.
extra B for? Like,
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a cool thing that he does. And you know, the man's lived.
a life.
I think overall he's a decent guy, but he's definitely made some bad choices. Like we all have.
Listen, who am I to judge?
Maybe not that bad. Like,
Well, okay. I don't have FU money.
fair. That's good
People
point.
stone houses shouldn't throw a glass,
Checkmate.
right?
If I had FU money, I'm
Right,
sure
yeah.
they'd be that bad too.
Yeah.
This is what it is. So,
We got Stevie P jumped on, says, and when you have money, it goes away.
yeah, I would.
His eyes up.
It would. But you know, also, it's like one of those things, like, you don't have to take a small portion of that money and put in something and forget about it, and you'll be fine.
And you keep money.
That's exactly right.
You'll be fine.
That's right.
Yeah. So, all right. On to hour 2.
In worst case, I guess he's got that $1 billion collection he can always fall back on if he needed to make money, right? Like, I can just start hawking off these $1 million guitars one at a shot and, you know, have a year to live on.
Yes. All right. Hour 2. This is my personal, probably favorite label of the night. This is from Burnham Brewing. This is the Black Beard. They definitely know how to spell beard. It is the proper spelling.
EER, right?
That's right.
EER.
That's correct.
It is a vanilla hazelnut black ale. And I hope I'll get a chance to rotate the label a little bit, because there's all sorts of amazing things going on here.
Burnham doesn't mess around. So they have an artist who used to be local to the Michigan City area. Now he lives in New York and is living off of his art in New York, from what I can tell, but or from what they told us. But absolutely every bit of their art, like, you have to spend time with the can to really take it in. And it's every single beer, and he does all the art for every single one of them. And I love this one because, first, yes, they spelled beard right with you guys. I thought that was great. I also love pirates. I know tons about pirate history. I got that's pirates on this side.
Nice.
So
okay.
I really thought you guys said I know
Renaissance
tons
festivals.
of pirates.
I
thought you guys
I go to
dropped
Renaissance.
that one.
Well, I mean, a lot of them aren't around anymore, but I go to Renaissance festivals dressed as a pirate with my kids. So,
like, my eyesight's not good enough. I want to take my phone and zoom in, but there's like these little.
You're not that old.
I know, buddy, but there's some awesome things there. I can't really see what it is. It looks like there's a crake in there, and maybe a guy on a raft. I really want to see what that is.
So I've heard tell of, like, to defend a copyright or whatever, you have to, like, throw out some C's and D's. Like, do we start throwing some C's or D's at, like, beard or burn and be like, hey, stepping on our turf here with that bearded thing, guys.
No, I want more people to spell it that way. So
we like what you're doing, but we need some nickels off these cans.
I want more people to spell it that way, so we're good. All right, I'm going to read
Thad's
this here.
growing his beard out, so we might be changing our name pretty soon.
Ooh, I gotta watch that. But if you get Bearded Guys 2, TOO, I'm gonna question that. That might get that whole C and D.
And you don't want John to send you his D.
Well, how do you know?
Oh, he just did.
And his hands were above the table. That's
That's what you were
impressive.
doing up
That's
there.
why you don't want to see it.
Yes.
It's in the other room making us drinks right now.
So this is unfiltered, unpasteurized, so you best keep this cold. In the deep, dark waters off the casual coast of Michigan City, fearsome tales were told of the myth Blackbeard. This black ale is brewed with treasured black malts and is finished with bourbon-soaked vanilla beans and hazelnut extract to redefine what you know about dark beer. Raise a glass, and with that, your courage to come aboard and burn them.
Arr.
I love that. That's good. So yeah, real excited. What's the ABV?
I'm not sure.
They have a disturbing the comfortable. I like that one a lot too.
And sorry, what did you say the style was for this one?
Black ale.
Black ale.
So now I think you know what? Actually, you try it, and then I'll tell you what I think.
Okay.
That's
I'm
part of
excited.
where I was like, I'm not sure what a black ale is. That's why I kind of was like, some of that stuff sounds good, but I'm not sure that, like, that's why I stayed away from it.
I'm
like,
not saying
beer
it's
of the
like a
night.
Schwartz beer, but you know.
Okay. I just wasn't sure what to expect with that, like, off the cuff. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to ride this out and see what happens.
7.1.
Okay.
All right. That's respectable. That's respectable.
Okay. So we got bourbon-soaked vanilla beans,
Not bourbon
hazelnut
beer.
extract. All right.
Oh, wait, you said extract, though?
Hazelnut extract.
Is that
Not vanilla.
But is the hazelnut? How's that?
Just drink it.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, it's like we kind of shudder. No, most of the time we hear the extract word.
No,
There's
we're
some good ones. There's some
brought
good
you.
ones.
I brought you a good one this time.
There's a lot going on in that can, John.
There's a lot on that can.
There's a lot going on in the can, though.
The nose. There's a lot going on in the nose.
They pack it in that can.
It kind of smells cola-like on the nose.
I see that. Fuck when you in the can or Danner for the can.
Still really like that one.
We got Drunk with Buds podcast. What's up?
What's up?
They say black ales are no bueno para me. So I'm pretty sure that means no good with them.
Yeah.
So the old Espanol dust that off, huh?
No black ales, no IPAs.
Oh my god. I love them black. That's fair. So I enjoy this.
Yeah.
I actually I like the hazelnut to it.
Yeah.
Being an extract, it still works well. What I'm not getting a lot of is the vanilla.
Yeah. I get more of that kind of bourbon-y flavor than I'm getting the vanilla.
Yeah.
I think the hazelnut makes it drink like a brown ale.
Okay. See that?
I agree with that.
You're right. It is a bourbon vanilla bean, and that bourbon's swallowing the vanilla.
Yeah.
Huh. It's kind of disappointing. Like, it's good, but it's disappointing.
I feel like the only vanilla I get, it's right after I'm done swallowing, it's in the aftertaste. There's a little bit comes back forward. That's that.
Kelly, I need you.
It's funny because I can smile and no one sees it. John, I was like, yep, we're on the same page.
Phrasing. It's fine.
It's definitely a thing on the show. Phrasing. It's not dead in this group.
We're 13 years
Grown
old.
childs, yeah.
So
Grown children. Some people, when they swallow, they like pineapple, you know?
Are they upside down?
It could be. only for Spider-Man.
No, what's interesting, I think if you take that big gulp, I think you get a little bit more of the vanilla in there.
You do. I was taking a sip as you said, so I was like, all right, big gulp it is.
Yep.
Rob says spitters are quitters. All right, so you said you like the hazelnut in this. It's not that I dislike it. I think it's a pretty subtle hazelnut, though. It's not really like...
Really?
For me, it's not a really prominent hazelnut. Which I think
it's the prominent flavor in the beer.
I think it's the prominent flavor, too. That, and there's more bourbon than I ever would have imagined.
Yeah, I'm getting, like, the hazelnut and the bourbon, but, like, with a lot of the hazelnut beers we've had, hazelnut is, like, boom, like, in your face.
Well,
like,
it's not a sweet hazelnut.
Yeah, so that's where I'm kind of, like, thrown off, because, like, it's not that it's a bad hazelnut or I dislike it, just, like, it's, like I said, the vanilla's kind of lost to the bourbon. The hazelnut's there, but to every other hazelnut beer I've had, it's so much more hazelnutty that this is like, oh, you can do it subtly. Like, it just threw me off compared to all the other ones that I've had. Like,
I think my biggest issue with this is just, I wish it were balanced better.
Okay.
I wish it were balanced better. Because I don't think the flavors are bad. I don't think that it's a poorly made beer. I just wish I wish the vanilla was a little bit more pronounced, and I wish they balanced better.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. You're right. The flavors are very segmented. I mean, that's why I said the vanilla to me was all in the aftertaste. So there's not balance there with that. The bourbon's a little strong. The hazelnut's nice. Yeah.
So the
I
question
can't disagree with that.
if you go black ale,
do you go
like,
back?
Typically, you get a charcoaliness out
right?
of a black ale.
You get a lot of roastiness, toastiness, some charcoalness. So is doing a bourbon vanilla in a black ale where you're getting a lot of that toasty charcoal the right choice, or do you just go vanilla? Because that to me is throwing it off, balance wise. So.
Yes, I would agree balance wise. However,
I think it's a bold choice.
Really, really enjoy the beer.
Yeah, I think it's a bold choice.
Yeah,
I applaud him for going for it, but
Rob further says, damn, he was pretty sure the Spitters comment was going to summon Kelly. I think you have to say that in the mirror 3 times with the lights out, though, Rob, and then she might actually appear in your bedroom, bathroom, wherever mirror room you're in.
well, I'll message her.
I guess I shouldn't just assume that you have mirrors only in the bathroom. You might be into different stuff with mirrors.
wow.
See some additional angles, you know, John?
Those helps. All right, I just sent her a message.
So Stephen Powell's asking, so it isn't true? Once you go black, you'll never go back? Ales, of course, he meant.
Yeah, when it's L's, you know what, I'm gonna stick to it. Paulie, I'll take everything. All right? Yeah.
Oh, and Drunk with Buds, I think, is asking Rob, what's supposed to happen when Kelly appears?
Do you want to know?
I don't know if you're prepared for that. Based off the aforementioned summoning quote there.
And knowing Kelly.
I definitely don't have a button for this. I was looking through them all, like, nope.
All right,
I
so
can throw this out.
Diabetes.
I don't know.
and this one is not diabetes.
No.
No, this one is not. I was just thinking more thought. Kelly says you will cry.
There it is. You'll cry. She'll break somebody.
With joy or fear? Or sadness?
Yes.
Which, all?
Correct.
D, all the above.
So, being from up north, I need to make a visit back to Hop Station. What's going on at Hop Station? Have you been there lately?
Yeah, heck yeah. I was there last Saturday. They got all their summer beers out right now, just crushing it. So many sours, fruited, tart. They have them all. Just lots of good summer drinkers, and then of course they'll sprinkle in some big old stouts in there as well. Best place. I mean, it really doesn't get better than hanging out at Hop Station. Like, we were throwing bags the other night and just enjoying some beers and just loving the weather.
And that ranch Dorito pizza, I swear to God, I still rate it.
I've not had that.
It's so good.
I've not had that.
You are missing out, brother.
So they make their pizza crust is made with the yeast from Champagne Velvet.
I did not know that, but
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the hell out of
Did you have the
that.
breadsticks?
Did we have the breadsticks?
I just remember the Dorito pizza.
No, next time you go, get the breadsticks.
Okay.
They are stupid good.
We
Do
had
they have that good cheese sauce?
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. You have to get double cheese sauce.
All right.
And the breadsticks. You get 4 breadsticks that are more bread than you get in a loaf. I swear. Because, like,
I'm in.
So good.
I need to go back up
so
there.
good.
Kelly, if we get a chance, we're going to Hop Station. Well, now shit, South Bend's too far away, right?
No.
From where we're going. How far is South Bend and Hammond?
Looking about an hour-ish.
No,
Kelly, it's a maybe. A maybe. We got to plot this out.
And Kelly's, I'm guessing, talking to Rob. She's like, oh, yeah, it did, Rob. That's twice you have outed me tonight. And Drunk with Bud says they love crying.
That's good. It's going to happen.
Oh, I see. Kelly says you'll weep with joy, so that might be why they love crying.
All right, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Chris is like, I thought I came here to drink beer. This is so sexualized.
Now, I mean, Thad's my partner. We find the gutter. So.
I know. All right, Christian, what would you rate this? You brought this one.
So
You've had it before.
I was actually higher on it than what I was drinking right now. I think it's better colder again. I think this is one being a black ale. Probably should have left it in the fridge, but I think that actually gives it a little better balance. So the fact that it sat out a little while, I think the stouts we got coming up will be great sitting out. But this one might have had a little bit of a negative effect to it. So I'm gonna go 3.25.
Okay.
3 1/4.
Matt, what would you go?
Real quick, Kelly says, does he know me? Has he watched the show? I'm going to agree with a 3.25. There are some things there that I did enjoy. I think it was a well-made beer. Just some of the flavors weren't as mentioned, well balanced or quite as present as I would have liked. But solid beer.
All right, so I get, and I don't mean to be an asshole in this one, but you know, if it's a vanilla hazelnut, and I have to really try to get the vanilla, it's not there.
You just got a big gulp, right? I mean, we got it down that one.
So I am going to have to go with the 2.75 with mine.
I respect that though.
So it's not bad. I think they have the ability to really
Some small
get it
tweaks,
right.
Some small tweaks on that could make a huge difference and a vastly more enjoyable beer. Like that's not like it's far off. Just a couple little.
Yeah.
Got to dial
I'm
in.
seriously telling you, like, I think I typically drink it colder. It's much better.
And I'd like to try it.
Yeah.
It is.
You got another one. I brought you another one.
Perfect. So we will try that one cold. It is this beer, this can, but yeah, that makes it a 3.
Yeah, that's fair.
Perfectly average beer.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
Moving on up.
Here
So
we go.
our next public appearance is Brookville.
Pantera. Oh, yeah. That too.
We will be at Pantera. But not in the Two Beerded Guys.
I mean, two of us will be
capacity.
there. I might be wearing the hat.
and we got some friends from Hoosier. Kelly will be there.
Yeah, that's going to be that's going to be a beer event. We can write that off,
I
right?
could write that off. We got two. Yeah, absolutely.
Kelly just gave us 3 devil horns. Bam, bam, bam.
Bam, bam, bam. I'm excited, so. All right.
But yeah, Brookville will be the official Two Bearded Guys capacity, not,
that's
not just
a
a tax write-off.
A beer and bourbon event. They've changed it.
Yes, they did upgrade that to be more hooch focused.
I imagine Michiana will not be down there because Brookville's a little closer to Cincinnati.
Brookville's a little far
opposite
for
side of
us,
the state.
just based off of the drive last year.
We wouldn't go.
It's just
We're not.
You're not. Yes. But I'm excited for that one.
I like that.
So,
Can we use that next year? Brookville's a bit of a drive for us too.
all right. Question for you guys.
All right.
Have you ever heard of 50/50 Brewing?
No.
We've had Eclipse before.
Have we?
I don't know that we've had it in the can, but I know like that label I looked at is like, and that's also part of why I didn't pick this. Was like, I know I've seen it. I'm pretty sure we've had some, prior release of this perhaps, because that looks and sounds way too familiar for us to not have had it.
Damn. So this is the 2021 Eclipse. It's a barrel-aged imperial stout. And it's what it is. There's no adjuncts. I'll read it here. It's a bourbon barrel cuvee. Now it is
No clue what that
14th.
means.
Is that a food thing, John? I was wondering that.
Cuvee. God, right now I can't think. It's cuvee. Rob knows a lot of stuff. Rob will answer, I'm sure.
I mean, I can look it up. I was trying to see real quick when the Brookville Beer Fest and Bourbon Fest was.
The first Saturday in August.
August 5th.
Yep.
Yes.
Now it's 14th vintage. 2021 Eclipse is our rich imperial stout aged to perfection in whiskey and spirit barrels. All Eclipse starts with the same base beer, bringing hints of dark chocolate, espresso, and a smooth complexity, with each barrel treatment delivering its own unique character after a minimum of 180 days of aging. Matt, 180 days is how many months? 6.
I was gonna say I want to say 6, but if I'm wrong,
Bourbon Barrel Cuvée is our brewer's blend of our favorite bourbon barrels. So they say enjoy this at 50 to 55 degrees. It's 11.1%. And it's just a bourbon barrel aged imperial stout.
So it says cuvee or however KV. It looks like is how it's actually said. It's a French wine term. Derives from curve, means vat or tank.
winemakers use this term with several different meanings, more or less based on the concept of a tank of wine put to some purpose. So apparently that's a very generalized term.
It was a tank of beer.
Yeah.
So basically,
Or this beer's a tank. I don't know.
Or it was aged in a wine tank.
I feel like they have different barrels of this and they blend it all. I think it's a blended bourbon barrel aged stout.
Ooh, I see where Kelly slid into my DM.
Doesn't that make you happy?
I don't know. I feel weird about it.
We're trying, Kelly. We're
They
trying.
call me white bread for a reason. And it's not because I'm white, or pale, apparently.
Yeah, it is. I can smell that. So not much from a label standpoint. It's an Eclipse.
There you go.
It is what it is.
Some might call that a dark gaping hole, John.
Some wood. I'm staring that dark gaping hole right in its. Right, never.
Right in its eye. It's like a whispering eye.
As I stared at you. Huh. Welcome.
Whew.
This
Anytime
anytime you want to come back, buddy.
This smells like delicious. Like he's over there, whoo, and I'm like,
does smell
oh, buddy.
There's so much barrel. Just
I just want
all
to
kinds of
curl
barrel.
up in it, like
Boys.
You can really taste the cuvee.
Barrel is in the flavor, but it's not like overpowering.
It's a very subtle barrel. You get more barrel on your nose than
absolutely.
on your tongue. Substantially more, which I'm a little sad about because I like the barrel, but it has a good nose on it. And for people that don't like the barrel, because I know a lot of people don't, like this is going to be, if you get past the smell, this thing is really worth it. It's a great body. It's almost borderline creamy.
It is.
None of us are drinking this out of a rounded glass. That would help. We'd probably taste a little more of the barrel because then we'd get a little more of the air in our nose when we're drinking it.
But who's really got time for all that? I mean, come on. Half the time I just drink straight out of the can.
Please tell me that's untrue.
I'm a classy broad.
I mean, Keystone's is a favorite.
Oh.
I got Mick Ultra Saturday last weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Branching out.
Peach?
They also
that was
didn't have...
latte.
That's Bush. Bush Peach. I mean, like, really? I saw that I almost bought it on GP. Like, kind of got to try this. The Bush Apple was pretty good.
Yeah,
Bush Peach was fine for chugging.
Speaking of chugging...
How can you chug? What's the best way to do a chug?
Well, some people would say shotgun's quicker.
And when I've shotgun before, I've taken my keys, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to try to...
I know some witches or magicians, if you will, that just can, roll it over, find the bubble, and pop it with their thumb. I'm like, witch! I'm like,
yeah,
no.
and it's not even like a sharp fingernail, but they still are able to do
but
that.
there's no way that makes sense. But they still do it, and that's why they're going to age for like an extra 200 years, because they're reading from the dark book. But there's also something called a kraken?
Kraken!
Like crack an egg. Bet you won't.
All right, well, it's a Kraken. And just so happens, we sell them, and they are guaranteed to speed up your beer shotgunning by 33%. I mean, that's a very impressive addition. I don't know what I meant. But, so, clip that at the bottom, and...
Jam it in there.
That's an empty can.
Yeah, empty cans sometimes don't put... Oh, still that went pretty well. For having the thicker label and an empty can.
It's a little silicone around it.
You can see the ease of insertion.
Yeah, inserts super easily.
The rubber seal to prevent drippage.
Yeah.
And a nice wide hole for airflow.
And you just...
Down the hatch.
Down the hatch.
Gotta have a wide hole.
Yeah, look at that wide hole.
Yeah.
That is a wide hole. You could put your finger in that hole.
You really should have done it on the Eclipse hole.
You could tongue that hole.
You could. You totally could.
Kelly just says Bush Peach and just nothing else. Like,
yes, Kelly.
yes, it is a thing, and I regret not buying a pack.
You know what? The other T-shirt I forgot is a Real Brewers Tungle the Bungle. The Bungle.
They do.
Tungle the Bungle.
I mean, it's the best way to figure out the flavor.
I have a KBS bung at home.
Yeah.
Yes. I was talking to I have the KBS skull on my tattoo, and when I was at Founders, the guy was like, "Do you want a bung from the KBS?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yes. I want the bung from the bunghole.
Yeah.
And speaking of cracking and purchases, Rob says you should always use a rubber seal to prevent drippage. He is also cracking.
He is cracking.
I believe he would be a good person in the know.
Yeah. So next time you see us out and about at a beer fest, hit us up because we will have them available.
Yes, sir.
One for 25 or two for 40.
Unless we sell out.
Chances are
Pricey.
it is pricey, but 33% faster guaranteed.
And if you get two of them, you get a discount. So we were told on the first sale, the last place, that this
guess
golf accessory of 2023. Like,
He's trying. So we make money one way. We can try. We don't make money. All right.
yeah,
This lessens how much we lose.
there's a lesson I learned in a movie called The Producers, where you make more money by a play that fails than one by that succeeds. Is that what we've been doing the 3 years?
11%.
Yeah.
Again, drinks much.
Oh
lighter.
shit! Yeah, this drink's really smooth for 11.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah. This is. We got away from talking about the beer, but it's an imperial stout. There's no adjuncts. It's barrel aged, and it's damn delicious.
John, you're a body man.
I'm a body man.
I think this body is fantastic. What do you have to say about
I
it?
really
You're
do.
the very scrupular.
I do. Well, you hit it earlier when we were talking about that mouthfeel. It's just a creamy mouthfeel.
Yeah.
It's the perfect body for this. It's got a little bit of curves to it. When you take a look at it, it's got a little bit of that legs. Those legs run long all day. I think it's fantastic.
How far do those legs go, John?
All the way.
Ooh yeah.
Giggity.
So yeah, no, I think it is a well-made, beautiful beer.
It's really good.
Matt, you go first on this one.
Well, there's just so much great off-screen banter going on here. I feel like I have to do this while it's
That's why I love our
timely.
show. I love the chat.
Rob says, I still don't know how to carry my Kraken on my person without putting holes in himself.
That's fair.
It is a sharp tool. You gotta be careful. You know, it's pointy end out. Kelly has the laughy cry face. Damn it, you guys. You're killing me.
You're welcome. I hope your day's getting better.
And are we asking for more thoughts or just like go ahead and just score this bitch because this
Either one,
thing's
buddy.
fucking banging? I don't really know, but there's much more needs to be said. It's fantastic body, great flavor for being an adjunctless stout at 11%. You know that it's there, but it drinks smooth. It gives it a good flavor. Barrel's present, but not overwhelming. It's a nice nose, so you get a good olfactory flavor, but it's not burning you out on your mouth.
Olfactory. Look at that.
Yeah, $5 word for you, buddy. I really like this a lot. I'm going to go a 4.75.
Woo!
Yeah, that's a great score.
Man.
I mean, this is on everything except for, like you said, the 4.75 and 5s, your favorite ones. I've got some other higher ranking 5s, and that's why this isn't there.
Yep.
Woo! Wow. I think it's good. I actually think it's lacking a little body because of the smoothness to it. I think it could... I like a thick stout, and this, it just
It's not
doesn't...
motor oil.
Nope. But I kind of want a little more barrel out of this.
All right.
Especially because of the nose was so strong on the barrel. I wanted a little bit more out of it.
I get that.
But I do like it. I'm going to go 4. 4 flat.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I'm actually with Matt. I was going to go 4.75 on this one.
Woo!
I think it's really done well. It isn't that top 5.0 for me.
Just shy.
Just shy. But I think it's well
What
made.
did you score to 5?
Ale Song Rhino Suit, Ale Song Senor Rhino. Those are like two of the best beers I've ever had. Some River North stouts that we've had.
Some Revolution.
Yeah, like
Revolution? A
I
5?
love Revolution. Their Right Way to Heaven is
Their barrel
one of my
program
favorite of ever.
is
No, I agree. Their barrel program's
banging.
great. I like it better than Bourbon County, but
I hardly ever drink any non-barrel stuff from them. I couldn't sit here and tell you what their non-barrel
yeah.
stuff is.
I would
Yeah,
like
they
to
have some great stuff. I mean, yeah,
Their Deepwood
all
series
that
is...
anti-hero stuff and like,
Yeah.
I have put away. I have one of the what was it? The VOSs.
Okay. Yep.
So, which typically doesn't come to Indiana.
No.
So, and I think us and Hop Station were the only two places that got it this year. And I have one put away, just waiting to drink it.
I need to utilize my friends up in the region a little bit more because there's so
dude, hit
much
me
that
up.
comes out and like I want it and they'll distribute some stuff down here but
Yeah.
they won't do everything.
Yeah, and you're not going to see VOS down here.
No, you're right. So,
But that is a barley wine, right?
I think that one is yeah. I did get the because we were up there for my birthday in March and they still had some of like the Mine Shaft Gap, which is cognac barrel aged.
Well, if you want to try more, you let me know because we got plenty at Citywide where I'm working.
Perfect.
I'll hook you up, brother.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
For the show, our favorite brewery on the show is River North, and two of the three of us, that's our number one. It's my number two, and it's because I'm just a Revolution fan, and Revolution is my number one.
Okay.
So I like them a lot.
I mean, I'd love to shit on them since you shit on 903 all the time, but
That's
if you had any of the 903 beers that we
dude,
had,
I have.
all of them have been trash.
No, not trash.
All of them
all
we've
of them
had
have
have been
been trash.
trash.
Not trash. Have you had Chupacabra?
I'd have to go look.
I don't know. Like I bought I was in Texas. I bootlegged
We've had-
some back because I was like, oh, this just looks like a cool beer. This is like a cool beer. Oh, they're both 903. Well, shit, cool. We drank them. Those both were ass. And then I saw them on.
Maybe it's how you brought them back.
I didn't ask them back.
We got them off Tavor.
Yeah, and then I bought them off Tavor because they're like, oh, hey, this is 903 style.
Chupacabra's so good.
And then I was like, okay, well, cool. Maybe the stuff I got was not their style. Like, I bought the wrong
We've
beers.
had different stuff, yeah.
And, like, no matter what style that is always on Tavor, they're like, this is 903's best style.
I think the highest we've rated 903 beers, I got 2.25.
That's ridiculous.
This is what it is.
It's a good beer.
It's not.
Speaking
At
of rating,
all. I'd love to be proven wrong.
Kelly, yeah, I'm just not going to pay for any more of their beer because I've learned my lesson enough times.
I wish I wouldn't. I wish I knew more about this because I would. I have a barrel aged chupacabra at home that has been sitting in the fridge. I would have brought it with me, but
Okay. Well,
Before we
Hops
get
Coasters.
in the next beer, oh,
There you go.
perfect time.
Good idea.
Kelly
Good idea.
says Matt has a creamy pants feel. John has a creamy pants feel too.
wait, I want a creamy.
Not sure how she knows both these things. And then she asked, new rating system? Might be up for discussion.
Yeah.
Rob asked if I just bootlegged beers. I meant to say bootlegged. Sorry, I didn't do my best Smokey and the Bandit.
Hey, we've been drinking. It's fine.
And if it helps Christian to kind of justify my logic on the last beer, since you seem so like wobberjawed by that, like
What'd you just say?
wobberjawed.
We've been
Is
drinking.
that a real thing?
We make up words off.
Okay,
Like,
all right,
typically at least one.
Wobberjaw.
word
I
or
have
so.
used that in casual conversation sober too. It's you know I use
You
a
shouldn't.
lot of weird old words like grandpa's
Yeah,
retired.
at least drink. You have an excuse.
Yeah. Well, you have a problem with Davenport?
No, that's a real word.
So, as I was saying, with like the whiskey game, like the barrel thing, like you were mentioning, like you want a more barrel there. Like I can also appreciate a subtle barrel, like with Weller bourbon, for example. Like Weller Green Label, their standard one. It's if you can get it, it's not that expensive if you get it at cost. But if you have to get it secondary market because everyone knows what it is, poor man's pappy, then you got to pay like ridiculous overprices. They've got stronger versions of it. They're like the red labels, the barrel, blah blah blah. Those are more robust flavors, but the green I like because it's so smooth, and that's what that last beer reminded me of. Was just that smooth whiskey, that smooth barrel,
No,
which
I get.
is kind of different and interesting, and I like seeing that different approach. I understand what
Dude,
more
I
barrel,
get
but
your score. Like I got it. It was a very good beer. Like I love it. Like
Yeah.
if we had a bonfire going outside and just sitting like we were at Coaster Drops,
Right.
And those two dudes around me.
Those dudes not welcome back.
No, please. It's like I was sitting there. I was like somebody invite me over by you guys. Like, but anyway, that's like that would have been great. That was great.
That's the problem inviting strangers. You never know what you're gonna get.
Until they start talking politics.
I don't know if John forewarned you or anyone forewarned you, but John has a stranger fetish. So
Actually do, yeah.
he just loves meeting new people.
Well, these very unique people.
Once he's gotten to meet someone well enough, if there's a new stranger that he has not
bringing
met at
Mad
all,
Dog
he
again.
will
They
bail
were mad at
and
me.
shift to the new
did.
strange person.
Dude, it's fine. They were hoping to be with these one strangers. I shifted to new strangers. It's okay. It's
I mean, at some point in the evening, he got tired with both of them. He just sat on his hand.
Yeah. There's nobody stranger than Thad, so.
all right. I like it. All right.
This is what I'm waiting on.
This is so going out to Seattle and kind of like lone wolf, and that's gonna be.
Yeah,
So-
you don't have a
Always
chaperone
wanted
to keep
to
you
go.
in check.
I always wanted to go.
I may or may not come back. Who knows? It's fine.
My money's on not.
That's why I don't go to the North Left. I'm afraid I'd never come back.
All right.
Totally fit in over there.
So Equilibrium. This might be a collab. I didn't realize this with Civil Society Brewing Company.
Oh, interesting.
It is Graceland. It has a dancing banana guy on there who's doing the whole little Elvis hip
Yep.
thing.
And why would we be doing all that, John?
Because it's an imperial style with peanut butter, marshmallow, and bananas.
Oh, the Elvis Killer.
It is beer balanced by science.
So that is the exact combination we're going to be making with e-brewing coming up here real soon.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
So e-brewing invited us out. They just opened up a couple weeks ago, and they invited us out. Actually, we were going to do a Mexican hot chocolate stout. So, and they've gotten some habanero and some different things. But this time we're going to do a peanut butter, banana, and marshmallow fluff stout. And we're trying to figure out a name right now. I don't know. We threw out a lot of different things, but it won't be Graceland. So technically, once you put the marshmallow in it, it's no longer Graceland. Because he did peanut butter and peanut butter banana bacon, but he never put marshmallow.
Yeah, I thought it was peanut butter, banana, bacon, and deep fried.
Yeah.
There's no pickles in there?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I'm just going off of like why
if there was pickles in here, I would not be looking forward to this.
So you do not want the best made pickle beer.
Well,
with banana
I've
and peanut
tried,
butter.
so I have spicy pickle at home. I don't love dill. I do like pickles.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
At all, even?
So you want the bread
Him
and
and
butter?
Tyler keep talking about the
Oh,
difference,
I
but
love
I'm
a
not
bread
entirely
and butter.
sure.
I'm going to
Yeah.
make sure you get... I think there's one over there. Make sure you go one with
All
that.
right, cool.
Because I don't like bread and butter.
My kids kill pickles at my house. Like, look at that.
This
That's
is
what
your
a
motor
stout's
oil.
supposed to look like.
This is
That
your...
is- Hell yeah. It's like we're just going to fizz up to a tiny little tan head.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
gorgeous.
Little tiny head.
Now fizzle up to a tiny little tan
Because,
head.
God, I fucking hate you guys.
But you're not Mexican. Thad says, kick him off! He's ruining the brand!
Hi, Thad.
I got an itch on my nose.
I don't know, he's wearing more like MBR stuff than I think you were.
Because he doesn't support the brand.
Oh, he's Tyler. Okay.
Thaddeus. It was just his birthday, man.
Happy late birthday!
He's like
birthday.
56 years old now.
Oh, geez, that old?
I'm going to call him out.
Yeah.
I think I owe him a phone charger, but okay.
I'll take it.
Oh, shit. You're right. I could actually give it to him.
Yeah, I mean, he won't get it.
But you don't, you don't have it to give right now anyways, right?
I have to find it.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh.
okay.
Okay.
It's very peanut butter heavy on the nose.
I'm
not,
very scared by this.
it's not peanut, it's peanut butter on the nose, though.
It is
which
peanut butter.
We've also talked about how often it is you get nuts
Roast,
instead
yeah.
of butter.
Okay. Am I crazy?
Yep.
Yeah, well, okay. Is there a bit of a grass clipping nose to
Yeah,
that?
it's vegetable.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure that I love the smell, but the peanut butter, I'm like giving the benefit, like as much peanut butter as I'm getting, maybe that's throwing some kind of off smell.
There's a vegetable celery smell.
Yeah. Yep. Celery. That's more correct than grass. You're right. Yep.
Gibbons says why. He's actually interesting.
All right. I'm
The
so scared.
equal opportunity shit talker. Gotta love Gibbons.
So having the celery smell and my hatred of banana.
The nose doesn't do it any justice.
Yeah, the flavor actually, like, I don't know if you're gonna like it, John, for your aforementioned nanner hatred.
Oh. Yeah.
But I think the nanner explains the interesting smell on the combination of that with the peanut butter.
So we're doing a banana puree in our stout.
Oh.
And that makes me a little nervous, especially after tasting this. That is not a natural...
I shouldn't judge this.
I mean, it's your job.
I mean, what's on it is in it.
And I hate
You're
bananas.
right. You're right.
For better or worse, depending on who you are. I kind of enjoy this, but it is a weird flavor. This is definitely a very polarizing
It's not
beer.
even a weird flavor. It is exactly what it says it is.
Peanut butter Laffy Taffy.
That's his problem. I hate banana. And they fucking banana the shit out of this.
But it's not 99 bananas. It's not artificial. It's not fake.
No, they did a really
tastes-
good job with
it's
the banana.
a well-executed
which is why
banana.
I hate it.
Yeah. You'd rather it taste like terrible banana because then you
I'd
can
rather-
actually hate on it legitimately?
Oh, God.
Okay, fair enough. Rob says, do they forget to peel the banana? No, it's not that it's bad. It's actually well done, actual banana flavored banana. It's just whether I like that in a
I
stout with
hate
the other
banana.
adjuncts.
I hate banana.
And Kelly
Not
says,
much balance.
middle finger emoji, banana Laffy Taffy, puke emoji. And it's green puke emoji, so she really means it.
I mean, it's peanut butter and it's banana.
I'm not getting so much fluff, though. Like, that's one thing I'd say is kind of
It's
missing.
just sweet.
I think
Yeah.
it's
But-
a balancer.
I mean,
I think it's
yeah.
a hint to support things.
But, like, you know, peanut butter's kind of sweet innately anyways, so, like...
But
But
as we just said, oftentimes peanut butter can become roasty nut.
yeah, which this is...
So the marshmallow helps it become more peanut butter.
Okay, because this is well done peanut butter. If we isolate the flavors, all right. So whether you like it or not, this is actual banana flavored banana. It's not artificial. It's not poorly done. This is a well executed banana.
It is.
This is well executed peanut butter, which we've gotten like twice out of the 100
And
plus
I think
peanut butter beers we've
peanut
had.
butter benefits from the marshmallow.
That makes sense, but I am missing a marshmallow flavor component
Sure.
personally. But if it feeds into the banana or the peanut butter, like, yeah, I get that, but it's also not its own flavor in here. which I was kind of hoping
I don't
for.
think the peanut butter is as good as you were saying. I agree with what you said about the banana, and the marshmallow, you're right, is just totally sweet. But I want more peanut butter in this. It's probably because the banana's so heavy.
Banana's heavy.
I don't know. Well, so the reason I say the peanut butter is if you isolate just that flavor, we've had so many peanut butters where it's nut. It's not peanut.
This is making me think about the beer we're going to make.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we want to go closer to peanut than we do peanut butter.
You have to reevaluate all your life decisions immediately.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I haven't had a whole lot of peanut butter banana stouts.
We've had a lot of peanut butter stouts,
Yeah.
and mostly it's roasted nuts. It's not peanut butter. And
What I
that's
feel
always
like
our complaint.
we
'cause
typically
if it's peanut butter, I'm not getting peanut butter. I'm getting peanut.
Well, I feel like peanut butter porters we get more often.
Yeah.
But even the mouthfeel in this feels a little light to me compared to how it poured.
I was going to say that's surprising because it poured like motor oil.
Yeah.
One of the best peanut butter flavors I've had in a beer is from a brewery that did not do overall a very good job on anything, but they used Reese's peanut butter chips,
Oh.
which is that sweeter peanut butter,
Yeah.
and it worked really well in the beer that they had made. And so, depending on what you're looking to do, I maybe look into that. But if you're looking for nut, no, it's going to be sweeter.
Okay, I gotta interrupt because
Matt's always looking for nut.
you gotta get that nut, bud. So Rob says Gwen Stefani loves BANANAS.
God damn it!
Hate to do it. Thad says Christian's still on. Kelly says I really mean
I love
it.
that dude.
If
Yeah,
it
right.
if it is Laffy Taffy bananas, some banana with PB is fucking awesome. Hoosier's King Banana was phenomenal. So says Kelly. I can't attest. I don't know we had
That
one.
banana cream pie that she was raving about, I don't think I could do it. I just don't like banana.
10 banana
We
cream
just got some back
pies.
at Citywide, so they've redone it. Like, my sister-in-law loves banana, and she said that it was a little too much for her.
I think banana in a beer is kind of a hard to pull off thing. Anyway, it's just
it's-
a weird flavor to try to gel
Dude,
into
it's
one.
totally
another.
making me rethink. Like, I want to call Justin and Jay on my way out of here and be like, dude, let's not do the banana. Like, I'm seriously, like,
So
I don't hate banana, but...
We also got a Gio Milo or Milo.
that's
What's
gonna
up, my boy?
Is what, G-Lo?
Geo Gio.
Oh, that's my dad.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Catfish.
Huh?
What's
Wait.
up,
Hey,
Catfish?
catfish?
Wait, is that because he catfished people?
No,
or
his name's George.
He catches a lot of catfish.
George.
Geo, get it?
Yeah.
Come on,
George,
man.
Gio.
He's 75 years old. Back off him.
No,
Hey,
I'm
he's
just
watching our
curious.
beer
Like the
drinking
catfish,
show.
I like hearing nickname explanations. Like, there's multiple ways to catfish.
I'm
Which
going
one is
to-
he known for?
Oh,
I'm going
so-
to guess 75 years old. He catches a lot of catfish.
I didn't know that at the time. This is new information.
I'm assuming he fishes a
I
lot.
hope my mom's not watching.
I mean, if you're 75, that'd be the prime catfishing candidate, though.
Oh.
You're like, oh, hey, I look like this picture of Ryan Gosling.
What?
That's catfishing, right? You got the picture of someone else.
Is George catfishing or is he being catfished? Now I'm
Yeah,
confused.
I don't know.
And why is Ryan Gosling catfishing George?
No, he uses the picture of Ryan Gosling while he is catfishing.
Where's Tyler when we need him?
Anyways, Gio says hi,
Do we
guys.
ever need him? Hi, George. Thank you for tuning in. We're a mess. It's fine.
Kelly says she, as a general rule, dislikes banana beers, but there are a few that'll slide in there for her.
No bananas will ever slide in on me.
Is that a head first or?
Damn it, why'd I come all the way over here?
When you're out of town, whatever. I'm still in town,
Different
buddy.
area codes. Oh, man.
So we should rate this. I think I go first on this one. It's not really fair for me. I don't like bananas. I'm not enjoying this. I'm going to finish it. But that's not going to keep me from scoring it pretty well. I like what they did with it. I think going that peanut butter banana with the marshmallow, I think it's supposed to be sweeter. I think it's exactly what it's supposed to be. I will never, ever, ever, ever seek out
Get
a
back
banana
together?
beer. I'll never seek out a banana beer.
really
But I'll
close
give
up
this
to
a
me.
3.75.
Ooh.
I was really hoping that Taylor Swift was going to kick in there. Like, we will never, ever, ever
Yeah, I don't even get that. So.
get back together. You and that beer.
No, I don't understand, man. I'm sorry. I'm not a Swiftie.
I don't know what he's saying at all.
Yeah.
Red and 22 are revelations. I'm just going to say it on the record, on the interline.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Those are two T Swift albums. Highly recommend it.
I don't know a single T Swift.
Kelly says, "Damn it, Matt. I don't know if it's because she agrees or because she hates me for liking T Swift, but I'll see you at Pantera Saturday." I have an eclectic mix of music. Okay.
Yep.
Gio also says karaoke people could not remember George, but they never forget Catfish.
That's how he ended up with Catfish, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. That is not
That
where
works.
I thought that was going. But okay. That's fair. Matt, what would you give this beer?
Sorry, I had to give it the big gulp there to finish. This definitely is a polarizing beer. I think they executed what they were shooting out to do, better or worse. Like, it's the flavors that they wanted to do, I think, are here. And I don't think it's a search out beer, probably because of that. But I think it's well done. I think what's on the bottle is in the bottle. And I don't dislike the flavors. I just don't love them. I'm going to go this 3.75. Like, it's as high as I'd go on it without being search out, because it is still well done and it's what it's supposed to be. And I don't dislike it.
Well, I
you got?
hope Thad's still on here. Like, we totally need to renegotiate with e-brewing. I don't want to put any banana puree into a stout. And this is the one I was looking forward to. I love Equilibrium. What Beer Advocate rates them the number 3 brewery in the world.
Yeah.
And like everything I've tried that's come into Citywide, I've liked. I'm a 2.75 on this one.
Really?
I'm
Woof,
really
buddy.
down on it. I'm not.
What happened to
happy.
rating to style, huh?
I'm not.
Is
I'm
this
not-
drinkability?
No, this is. It's definitely more drinkability than it is style, because you're not wrong. They executed like everything that's on the bottles.
Yeah.
Tasting here, I just don't like the taste.
Yeah.
Like you said, I'm gonna finish it. But
And
only
I hope
because
I
the
never
three of
taste
us are
it
sitting
again.
here drinking it. Like,
I mean, if you guys don't want it, I have no problem polishing this off for the two of you,
No,
grown
I
man
ain't
child
gonna-
over there.
I'm-
But
Mama ain't raised no bitch.
where's that Kraken?
Right? Well, that is a 3.5 average for the Two Beerded Guys score. So
I think it's a pretty fair score.
3.5?
that is. Matt and I.
I thought that was the worst beer of the night.
Kelly says, "Good call on calling it like you sees it, though."
Yeah. No.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I think she's just talking to us, John.
No.
No. I actually. I tried not to be a hater, so I probably overscored it.
I mean, you removed yourself from the score, which I can appreciate.
totally
Which I
wanted
normally
to
can't do
love
that,
it.
but
So if I'm rating this beer, and based upon my own personal taste,
yeah, where would John Personal go on this?
probably 1.5.
Wow. Okay.
And if I
And
was
it's because
to,
that's
if I was just to score it to the style because it's so heavy on the banana, I wouldn't go up more than a point. Like I'd go to 3.
yeah.
That's as high as I would go to it. That was the most disappointing beer we've had all night.
Yeah. I mean that's
On the weird one, I'm like my score is the same either way.
no, it's fine. Look, I'm sure people would rate this a 4.5 or 5.
I would like to. This would be like if Smo, friend of the show, at Sun King said he would do the blind taste test and stuff. This would be an interesting beer to see what would happen, because you give this to 10 different people, you're gonna get 10 different reactions.
You're right.
Yeah.
I don't think any two people are gonna like this the same amount of level.
And this, and I forgot, but I mean, it does have that celery, which isn't off flavor. Now, it didn't come through on the flavor; it's in the nose only. But it did have that in there, and that is unpleasant. I did not enjoy that celery.
That's
stuff.
fair. Do you think that was an isolated off flavor unintentionally? Or do you think that was a byproduct of maybe
No,
banana?
no,
and-
it's well, that's a good question. I can't tell you if it's a byproduct of the banana.
Because
or
just
how they
initially,
did.
the initial whiff on the nose, I was like, something like I'm getting a lot of peanut butter and something I don't know if I like. but I wasn't sure what it was. But then the peanut butter and the banana, I'm like, maybe it's just those two getting together and making an odd odor.
I do feel like it's a result of something in the brewing
I
process.
just drank the Equilibrium Irish Cream Stout, and it was so good.
That I'm in on.
Dude, that was so good. Like, great balance. It was so good. Like, that's what... I didn't think they would hit the banana like they did. I thought there'd be more peanut butter. I thought we'd taste more marshmallow. Like...
Sure. No, I mean, it is...
It's a harsh peanut butter. Or a harsh banana flavor.
Kelly says Noah likes a weird whiff on the nose.
Yeah, I wasn't...
And the banana got all the way in me.
There he is. He's finally coming around.
That one hit the back of the throat.
Yeah, it sure did.
But was it how you wanted it to?
No.
Nope. All right, so I've had a great time. Christian, thank you.
Hey, thanks for having me out.
Yeah, thanks for coming over, man.
Absolutely. More than welcome anytime. Hopefully it didn't scare you off.
No.
That's good. That's good.
At least the first half of the show I thought we might have. Now he's getting a little buzz. Now he's in.
Now he's in.
We just got to warm up a couple off-show shots beforehand next time.
We need to do the beer of the night. Now, beer of the night isn't necessarily the best beer of the night. It's the beer that took you off guard, that surprised you, that was just like, wow. Like, that's the beer I'm going to remember from this show. Matt, what would be your beer of the night?
I want to go with the Juice's Lucifer because that was just really good, and just between the can art, the flavor, everything, the ABV theme, like it was a well put together beer, very fun. But I gotta go with the Eclipse just because that beer was I liked it that much. Like that's the winner for me.
I can't disagree with that. It's still beer of the night. Like, great balance. It was so good. It drank lighter than an 8. I love when a high ABV like that hits you. And, like, I love Frankenstein footsteps. I love getting up and, like, bagoo, bagoo. Like, it's so good. That was a great beer.
I think that's a great answer. I'm not going to go with Eclipse. I am actually going to go with Super Chronic. That is the from Moonraker.
Solid answer.
There's nothing necessarily that is, and it's almost the reason why I'm choosing it. It's not like anything that popped out was just like, oh, it's this or that, but it's just overall fantastic. Mm-hmm. And so for me, that's the win.
I say nothing popped out like Janet Jackson at the Super Bowl. Did a joke, but
right. 7 beers. I was only really disappointed by 1. I thought we had 6 other good beers.
And John seems to doubt that.
Knowing that I wasn't going to like the summer days, the disappointment by 1 beer is, the Blackbeard. That one disappointed me.
Okay.
So yeah, I agree with that. Matt, anything else before we go?
Kelly laughing, crying, and saying some stuff that's now not time reasonable. So that's about
fair
it.
enough. All right, guys, thank you. We'll be back next week. And
check out Michiana Beer Reviewers, all on all the social medias, Facebook. That's our main platform. When we go live from what we call At the Taps, so that's when we're going out to tap rooms and putting on some different shows. And when we're out at festivals and stuff, we have a heavyweight championship belt to give to Best in Fest now.
Nice.
Sponsored by E-Brewing Company. So thank you guys at E-Brewing for buying us the belt so we can give that out at festivals. So come vote at our tent if you're out at the festivals. But check us out TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We're on Twitter, but it's basically the only thing we do on Twitter is post the link to the podcast.
X?
Yeah, X. Yeah, X. Yeah. Get rid of the Bluebird.
Yeah,
X.
whatever.
I love that guy.
Oh my god. I'm gonna go Zeke after this.
He's gonna take us to Mars.
Yeah, Rob's just at sponsor shout outs.
I should. So shout out Turfs Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Our shenanigans that are drunken.
Oh yes, they are. Thank you, Russell. We got Big Pete and Water Performance Technology LLC, and Big Pete Seasonings.
Big Pete.
It is Ugly Pete.
Like,
Ugly Pete.
He seasons your water?
That is too, combining. He doesn't season my water.
You can get porking coming out of your RO?
Or high tide or low tide. One or the other. But yeah, shout out to Ugly Pete's Water Performance Technology LLC and Big Pete's Seasonings. Come see us at Noblesville Barbecue because I'm sure he's going to be using a seasoning there. And then we got Indiana on Tap, not necessarily sponsored, but a great partner. Love Indiana on Tap and everything that they do. And is anybody missing?
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Hey, shout out ours.
Yeah, shout out
So,
Michiana Beer Reviews.
shout out to Hop Station Craft Beer Bar for the sponsorship they provide to us. South Bend Brew Works and Studebaker Brewing Company. It's our two long-term partners through the podcast. And Niles Brewing Company. So thank you so much.
I feel like we did a great job of talking about Hop Station earlier. We talked about Studebaker. We did not mention Niles, so good for us. Well, other than missing Niles. But we did a good job talking about them.
I wanted to get up and bring one of their beers with me. I just didn't have time to get up to Niles.
No.
Yeah,
Next time.
Thank you.
for sure.
Cheers.